Okay, so I hope I'm audible. So am I audible? Okay, so I hope I'm audible. Okay, so good afternoon. So we'll start with a revision. Okay, clear? So what is this diagram show? Okay, so obviously a female, you can see that. Okay, clear? So what do you see in this case? Okay, so one side lung is not visible completely. Okay, clear? You rather see a straight line. What is the straight line indicates? Chalo, okay. Savita, cardiovascular system I will take from once again, and yes, ECG part is covered in the YouTube, so you can watch ECG in YouTube in details. Okay, yes. So is what condition? Yes, it is your hydropneumothorax. Yes, it is hydropneumothorax. Very good. Hydropneumothorax. Okay, clear? Very good. Okay, this one is again which condition? Same condition, but this is a lateral view, this is the AP view. Okay, so what do you see? Again same, this is the hydropneumothorax. Very good. What is the diagnosis here? This one. Yes, hydropneumothorax. Very good. Okay, okay, what is this one? Diagnosis. Yes, there's a collapsed lung. You can see there is only air present here. This is just air. If you can identify, this is air. This is air in the thorax. Okay, air will not cause any shadows like this. Can you see these shadows? I'll just give idea. So these shadows, they are called as the lung marking. They are the airways, etc. So obviously these airways, can you see these markings, this white areas, so these white areas are the lung markings, which show basically the dense tissues. Okay, so these are replaced here, these are all replaced here. This is just air. Can you see this black? So air is black, so air is black, so this black is just air. So air where? In the thorax. Okay, clear? And this is the collapsed lung. Okay, so yes, it is a pneumothorax. Okay, and you can see mediastinum shifting to which side? To this side. Okay, so which one? Okay, so it is your, so this is the left pneumothorax. Okay, yes, you are right, pneumothorax. So left pneumothorax. Okay, and this was the hydrothorax. Okay, clear? Hydropneumothorax, sorry, clear? So left pneumothorax. This is again but CT marking. Okay, what do you see here? Again air. Can you see air? So in CT, X-ray, in fact X-ray and CT are same. Why? CT is what? Computerized tomography is actually what we take a X-ray in section, we combine with the help of computer to create a 3D version, but technically it remains the X-ray. So that is again, what is this white thing? This is again air. So this is the air, this is the collapsed lung, this is the collapsed lung. Okay, can't write it. Okay, blue. So this is the collapsed lung. Okay, so again this is what thing? This is the picture showing the collapsed lung, that is pneumothorax. Very good. Okay, then this is the lateral decubitus for fluid. This is the fluid. Can you see fluid? Okay, so this is the fluid which is pleural effusion. Okay, this is pleural effusion. Okay, lateral decubitus. Okay, this is again pleural effusion. So you can see what, this is CP angle. This CP angle is lost here. So that means there is a fluid, and as the fluid keep, and fluid is white. So white is fluid. So that is why this white is fluid, which is, yes, rising up like a drum getting filled up, and as it fills up, the lungs markings keep getting reduced. Why? Because of fluid. Okay, so this is, yes, same. Okay, fine. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have seen them. Okay, also if to revise, okay, so what is the diagnosis of this patient? Diagnosis. What is the diagnosis of this patient? Diagnosis. Diagnosis. Very good. This is Cushing syndrome. This is Cushing's. Very good. Okay, so you're bang on target, and you will do the same thing in exam. This is Cushing's. Okay, clear? Cushing. Okay, and what is Cushing caused by? Either it is by exogenous steroid which you're giving to a patient. Like, let's say a patient is, they will give a history like this. Okay, a patient is suffering from, let's say, some dermatitis or some joint disorder, something. Okay, so that's why they will give, let's say, even asthma. So a patient is, let's say, having asthma or any autoimmune disease. Are you clear? Clear? And he is put on, let's say, this prednisolone. Okay, for past 6 months. Okay, they will say prednisolone or hydrocortisone. So he is being given, or dexamethasone. So he is given steroids for past 6 months. Okay, clear? And now recently he has developed weakness or increased risk of fracture, or he has developed a big abdomen and facial swelling. He says face looks bloated, facial swelling. Okay, so big abdomen, facial swelling. Okay, clear? And maybe they give other features of Cushing, like they say the stria are formed on the abdomen. They might give stria, or they say there is what, his skin is very weak. Whenever someone touch, it rupture very easily. That is, bruises occur, ecchymosis. So if they give these features, okay, then we are suspecting what? So he is being given what? Steroids. So this is not because of asthma, he is having a big abdomen. The steroids are causing. Okay, so that will be causing these conditions. Are you clear? So that is the Cushing syndrome. Okay, so these two confirm the Cushing's. Okay, and obviously what we do, we cannot stop steroid abruptly. We always taper the steroids. So let's say he was getting 20 milligram, so you should reduce it to 10, then 5. So we cannot stop steroid abruptly. We have to first reduce the content, only then, yes. So it is having the Cushing's. So therefore, see, now is this question easy now? Or if they give a patient like this, okay, with very Munch like face, okay, so what is easy? If they give just theory or a single picture of Cushing along with history of autoimmune disease, what do you think is better? They should just give one liner, a person taking steroid will develop, or they should rather give you a picture, and that will be much better? Just theory, big abdomen swelling, or, so earlier they used to give one liners like a patient is taking steroid for 6 months, so what is the condition is most likely to get? One liner. Now they will make a case, a 40-year, 50-year-old patient is taking these steroid, dexamethasone, or maybe not give the name of steroid, but you know the 3 most common used steroids are which one? Yes, Dexa, prednisolone and hydrocortisone. So if he's taking steroid, he will. So that is why pictures make things much better. That's why people prefer Harry Potter the novel or Harry Potter the movie. Obviously they prefer Harry Potter the movie because they can actually see the Harry Potter, Hermione, okay, all this, okay. So they can see and enjoy better rather than just this, okay. Clear? Image and theory, okay. So that's why I think they're reducing the burden if they keep doing good things of adding good picture. If they give confusing with two answer right, then it become a problem. Like some images or some question, both answers were right, okay. That's what the technical team is looking. If both the options are almost same or right, then we should award marks on technicalities. Are you clear? And occur not just once, multiple time, okay. Even IIT GE exam, okay, or now this NEET UG, they always do the same, but internally, okay, not externally. They never reveal, okay. So this is the concept, okay. Chalo. And please get your app activated, those who have not yet, okay, because once this demo classes are over, they will stop the access, okay. And other lecture I don't think they will allow to do on YouTube, okay. I can share the link because other teachers, they will not be allowed to do so, okay. So in future they will not give access. So please request, get the app activated, okay. And we will try to get what more and more classes available for free, okay. Clear? So Azam sir will also be taking class, and again we'll try to get at least some important topic for free when he take full day class, okay. So he'll be taking around 50 hours class, around 45 to 50 hour class, okay, by Dr. Azam, okay. So very soon I think, okay, and he'll be coming to Delhi also. So once he come to Delhi and take classes, so again I will try, not full class is not possible because that Bhatia management will not agree with me, but I will just try to at least get some 5-6 hours of classes for you people, okay. So therefore please get the app activated so that we don't face the problem, okay. If any issue, you can message in the group, those who have not got the app activated, okay, fine. So let's start the today's lecture, and today's lecture is about what? It is about the CVS, okay, clear. And again I am requesting you something, okay. So what is the request? Okay, so request is please revise and also understand. If you have problem, you can always ask me. I am there with this, okay. So let's start. Okay. Chalo, okay, we'll start. So we are starting with cardiovascular physiology, CVS physiology. Cardiovascular physiology, okay. Now what is the funda about the cardiovascular physiology, okay. So once again I'll tell you, ECG part I'll do when I do the medicine revision, okay. So we'll do that later, but right now if you want to see the ECG, so ECG lectures are available on YouTube, you can see them there, okay. So link etc, you can just ask me, I will provide you. So they are on YouTube, okay. And I'll not be doing the ECG now because that will take what 2 hours of mine. Rather than doing physio, I'll be focusing only on ECG, because ECG we can do later also with medicine. So it's basically medicine oriented clinical ECG, not physiology related, okay. So that is why I will request you to do, okay. So we'll do the remaining part of physio here, okay. So let's start. First is in physiology, what do we see? Cardiovascular, okay. First understand there is the heart, okay, and the vessel. So what are the two things? Heart and vessels. So the two things we have are the heart and the vessels. Okay, so we'll have 3 more days classes of physiology. Okay, so I'm taking class already from, I think I took from 5th. Okay, 5th, then 1 day holiday, 7th something, so it's almost 6 day class. Okay, clear? And we'll be covering all major systems. Okay, clear? So we've done what? We have done the endocrine, we have done the respiration, we are doing CVS, and remaining 2 day we'll do the CNS and the minor ones. Okay, minor small topic like GIT, general, etc. Okay, so don't worry about that, we'll cover it all. Okay, then we have to start other classes, so I'll ask them, Bhatia Institute, ki what subjects, what classes. So Azam sir would be taking anatomy. Okay, once he come back to Delhi, so he'll be taking from Delhi itself. Okay, because yes, we want him here. Okay, and second, then Dr. Ankur will be taking the psychiatry class after my class. Okay, so I don't know the exact schedule, let me ask Bhatia Institute what is the schedule, and then we will publish it. Okay, so heart and vessels. So heart is what? For pumping blood, and vessels carry blood. So there are two kind of vessels, artery and vein. Artery take blood away from the heart, veins bring blood towards the heart. Very basics I'm telling you. Okay, so artery, vein. Okay, so artery, what? Blood away from the heart, vein towards the heart. Okay, so you know this basics. Okay, okay, medicine, whenever I take, again I will try to make people attend it. Okay, clear? I cannot guarantee all the lecture they will, but yes, I will take free medicine revision. Okay, towards the end. Okay, not now, in October I think, because right now the priority is what? First get the result out. Okay, get the NB concession, something, whatever. Okay, and then we'll start the what campaign for December exam. Okay, clear? So that's why I will take medicine free revision. Okay, and if possible, whatever in Bhatia Institute medicine classes I will take, I will make sure that you are attending them. Okay, clear? Fine. So next is the heart has two type of tissue. So heart has two type of tissue. Two type of tissue. So what are the two type of tissue we are seeing in the heart? So they are as follows. Okay, clear? So we are seeing what? The tissues in the heart. So first is we have the nodal tissues. Okay, nodal tissue. Okay, and second is the cardiac muscle. Okay, cardiac muscle. Okay, clear? Cardiac. Okay, and the test of physiology. Okay, they will upload a test of physiology once the class is over. Okay, in the app, so you can do the physiology test in the app itself once the class is over. Okay, clear? Fine. Okay, so we are posting regular MCQs in the group also, but the test we cannot post in the app. In the group it will be done on the app. Okay, DBMCI app. Okay, fine. So everything is this. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, I'm just okay. So let's start. Be ready. Okay, so nodal tissue and cardiac muscle. So what are the differences? Cardiac muscle are basically atria and ventricles. Atria and ventricles. And what are they? They are contractile. Whereas nodal tissue, they are autorhythmic. They are autorhythmic. Okay, autorhythmic. Now, what do you mean by word autorhythmic? They make automatic APs. What are APs? Action potentials. Action potential. And if you remember, it has two part. Action potential is two part. That is depolarization and repolarization. And repolarization. So who's making this automatic APs? So this is the AP, depolarization, repolarization. Okay, this is D, this is re. So these APs are produced by the nodal tissue. Are you clear? So they are produced by the nodal tissues. Okay, fine. And these nodal tissues are then going to spread these APs. Now what happens? These APs travel along conducting pathway. Conducting pathways. Okay, so they will travel along the conducting pathway and reach cardiac muscle. Reach cardiac muscle. Are you clear? They reach the cardiac muscle, and once they reach the cardiac muscle, what happens? They cause a AP in cardiac muscle. There is a AP in cardiac muscle. So what they produce? They produce a AP in cardiac muscle. Okay, so what is happening now? There is a AP occurring in the cardiac muscle. Are you clear? So AP in which area? Cardiac muscle. Okay. Now what happens next after this AP in cardiac muscle? There is always, remember, calcium release from sarcoplasmic reticulum, which then cause contraction. So this is the story of every muscle contraction. So how do any muscle contract? So let me give an idea. the current called as AP reach the muscle, skeletal muscle, anything. So the APs reach the muscle, then the AP in the muscle cause calcium release, and calcium cause the contraction. Okay, how, what, when, where, I'll discuss it when we discuss muscle physiology. Okay, so that is how contraction occur. Are you clear? So that's why calcium is the ion for contraction. Calcium is the ion for contraction. Okay, so let's see what are the different nodal tissue, how they function, what is their property, etc. and etc. I hope it's clear. So let's start. Okay, so start. So right topic is nodal tissues and conducting pathway. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first remember, all nodal tissue can make impulses, right? All can produce AP, but in normal heart only one SA node making APs, others are just conducting the APs. Okay, so remember, in a normal heart all are making and others are not doing. Are you clear? Okay, clear? Okay. Chalo. So everything is perfectly clear. Okay, so are you clear? So in a normal heart there are multiple tissue making the impulses. No, only one is making the impulse and others. So that is why in a normal heart there are multiple impulse maker, pacemaker. No, only one pacemaker. So that is why we have one pacemaker. We have one pacemaker. Now who is this pacemaker? Why it become the pacemaker? They all depend on the rate of impulse genesis. So please write like this. Right here the muscle, then right here the nodal tissue, right here the nodal tissue, Then here write the concept. Clear? Write the concept of what? The number of impulses, that is frequency, or number of APs produced per second, per minute, or the other word we can use frequency, or we can say frequency. And last we have is the speed of conduction. So to make a table, okay, so this is the table you are supposed to make. Okay, so please continue. Okay, so first is, let's fill up. Muscle is atria, and atria is connected to what thing? It is connected to the nodal tissue. Which one? SA node. So connected to the SA node. Are you clear? So it is connected to what thing? It is connected to the, yes, SA node. So connected to the SA node. Okay. Then we have the AV node, bundle of his, bundle branches, and then Purkinje fibers. Okay. Ventricles. Okay. So first question is, they are all connected to each other. So please make this, they are all connected to each other. I hope it's clear. They are connected to each other. Okay. Now what is the frequency they are having? There is a number of AP. So remember, SA node can make impulses at a rate of 70 to 100 per minute. AV 40 to 60 per minute. His 40 to 60 per minute. Bundle branches 20 to 40 per minute, and this again 20 to 40. Now इसमें याद क्या करना है? कुछ याद नहीं करना सिवाय SA node और AV के. इन दो को याद करो, rest you can ignore. So I just put a red mark, means you can skip. So what are the only two values to remember? SA and AV. SA and AV. Okay. So SA and AV you remember. Rest you can just forget. Okay. So first question is, let's only focus on these two. Okay. Fetal heart is not beating before the age of 5th or 6th weeks. Okay. So when it start to beat, what happens? They will all start to make impulse, because all can make impulse. So let's see a very interesting point. Okay. First, okay. So SA node can make, okay, how many impulse? 100 AP in 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. Sorry, 60 seconds, that is 1 minute. Okay. Easy. Fine. Now that means it will make 1 AP in 0.6 seconds. Easy. So it will make 1 AP in 0.6, whereas AV node can make how many? 60 AP in 60 seconds. Are you getting the question? 60. That means 1 AP in 1 second. Are you getting? So please focus on this thing. So SA node take how much time to make 1 AP? Just 0.6. AV take 1 second. So when fetal heart is going to start, who will make the first impulse and the earliest impulse? Obviously it is SA node. So that means in a fetal heart, SA node will make first AP, and others are just waiting and the SA runs away because of high frequency. And once the SA node make the impulse, it start transmitting the impulses to other, and the others will just become as conductors, not the impulse maker. So that is why what happens, the SA node will immediately shoot this impulse to the atria 70 to 100 per minute, and then it will cause the impulses to reach what, to the this. Okay, so again 70 to 100. Are you getting the idea? So SA node is first to start, and now the SA node give to AV. Now AV should make its own impulse of 60, or it will transmit the impulse of SA node. So obviously there is no point making its own impulse. Like if I am getting, like let's say you want to make food, so before you make, someone is already, you can say, done with the cooking, and he asks you or she asks you, I have already the food, do you want to eat? So now you don't have to cook, you just go and eat there. So same way, if I am teaching, you don't have to study. So I am helping you, and now you can just take the notes, or either you study, make your own notes. So that is why AV node will now conduct the impulses to the bundle of his. And what rate? 70 to 100, not 60. So in simple language, what is AV node doing? Making impulses or conducting the impulses? Conducting the impulses of SA node to the bundle of his. Same way, bundle of his will also conduct at 70 to 100, and the Purkinje will do the same, 70 to 100 per minute. And then ventricles are excited with 70 to 100 per minute. Are you clear? So in simple language, all the places we are having what? One impulse maker, impulse maker, impulse maker, and others are conductors, conductors. So these all are conducting tissue. So they all have become conducting tissues. Okay. So what are they? They are the conducting tissues. And SA node becomes the pacemaker. Pacemaker. Why pacemaker? Due to maximum frequency. ठीक है, and this is a clinical question, not just physiology related कि चलो भाई physiology है. No, this is a clinical point, that why SA node is the pacemaker of the heart. The answer is because it is having the highest frequency. Are you clear? It is having the highest frequency. Are you clear? Okay. So I hope is clear. Okay. So what is the pacemaker? It is SA node. So it is the SA node which is the pacemaker in this particular case. Are you clear? So SA node. Okay. Then. So these are the conducting tissues, and this is the pacemaker tissue. Okay. And one more question. When there is a blockade, what can happen? So obviously at the blockade, others can become the pacemaker. This I discussed in ECG. Let's say AV node get blocked. If it get blocked, the his will become the new pacemaker for ventricle. So in case of blockade or problem, we can have other or multiple pacemakers. Right on? Clear? So one more thing is, okay, and like example, others can also become pacemakers. So misconception, only one can become pacemaker, others can also become pacemaker. Okay, example, look at this picture. In this picture, SA node is a pacemaker because of highest frequency. Like in a bus, there is one driver and multiple conductors. Remember, in a bus, one driver and multiple conductors. Okay, but can a conductor become the driver? Yes, why not? A conductor can become superstar Rajnikant, Thalaiva. So why can't a conductor become the pacemaker? Yes. So therefore, in case there is a problem in SA node, the AV can become the pacemaker, or if AV is blocked, the his can become the pacemaker. और एक और मजे की चीज, imagine SA node start making impulse at 200. If it start firing at 200, what will it do? Will it receive impulses? No, it will say tu le be, ऐसे not le atria tu le 200, a ventricle tu le 200. Now who's the pacemaker? The his is the pacemaker. That is what occur in tachyarrhythmia, like ventricular flutter, fibrillation. So that's why if there is a tissue with very high rate, it becomes a pacemaker. So is pacemaker किसी के बाप की जागीर है, कोई भी उसको ले सकता है? नहीं, ये नहीं है. Anyone can become pacemaker, like anyone can be prime minister. Okay, same way anyone can be pacemaker. So can others also become pacemaker? Yes. Example. Clear? 1. In complete AV block, what happens? No impulse are coming to ventricles, so ventricles can stop. Okay, bundle of his becomes pacemaker. So bundle of his becomes the pacemaker for the ventricle. So becomes pacemaker for ventricles. And I showed the graph also for that. So who's the pacemaker now? Bundle of his becomes the pacemaker. Okay. Now question is, who depolarize and what happens? Okay. So if you see this diagram, the atria will get depolarized, then ventricles get depolarized. So who depolarize first? Atria, then ventricle. So atria get depolarized, then ventricles get depolarized. Are you clear? So atria get depolarized, then ventricles get depolarized. Okay. So there is something called as the I'll show it later, but let's see that first. Okay. Clear? Okay. So if you record something called as his bundle electrogram to check the problem, so basically in his bundle electrogram we get waves like this. So this is his bundle electrogram. Here this is A, this is H, and this is V. So we get A, H and V. So what are the three main currents we are getting? A, H and V. A, H and V. Okay. A is basically atria depolarization. Atria depolarization. V is ventricular depolarization, and H is bundle of his depolarization. Okay, it's the H wave, it is bundle of his depolarization. So obviously what is AH represents? So therefore there are two main periods, one is AH and other is HV. So AH and HV are the two main intervals. So AH is where? See the diagram. Okay, AH is from where to where? AH is from atria to his, that is via AV node. So that means it indicate the conduction, the travel through the AV node. So what it indicate? It indicate AV node. So it indicate AV conduction, AV node conduction. Are you clear? So AH indicate AV node conduction. Okay, fine. Whereas what will HV indicate? Tell me, what does the HV period indicate? Okay, clear? How much? Okay, so what does the HV indicate? Is around 93 milliseconds. That is 0.9. So what does it indicate? So H, it is H na, and this is V. So what does it indicate? Bundle branches and Purkinje conduction. So it indicate the conduction through bundle branches and Purkinje. So it indicate what? It indicate bundle branches and Purkinje conduction. And it is Purkinje, not Purkinje. Purkinje नहीं है, परी नहीं है, परी उड़ गई, परी. हाँ, ये याद कर सकते हो कि they are Purkinje fiber. So it is conduction. Easy हो गया? So what is the significance of having these intervals? So what is the significance of having these intervals? If there is a AV block, AH will increase. So if there is a AV block, there is increase AH interval, increase AH. And if there is a bundle branch block, BBB, what is BBB? Bundle branch block. Bundle branch block, then your increase is HV period. So I hope I made easy. So what is this H wave indicate? This H is bundle of His, A is atria, and V is ventricle. So easy. So atria to His to ventricle. So what is the conduction through? AV node, bundle of His, Purkinje. So problem if there, it will increase, problem there, HV will increase. So that is what is called as His bundle electrogram. Okay, so it is again used for what? Conduction blocks, conduction block. And this was again your 31st August exam. Are you clear? And it is not taught in MBBS. Okay, it is not there in MBBS books. Okay, most MBBS, not all. Yes, it is in medicine for PG level people study, but I don't think they should have asked this question at this stage because it is very rarely recorded and used. Okay, we mainly use ECG. ECG can give all the feature of AV blockade, what, morbid, swanky back. So you don't even have to do His bundle electrogram. Only when we are suspecting some serious pathology we are going to use this. Okay, so it's a very rare investigation. Okay, so is this question clear? Okay, and the question asked was H indicate what? So H is bundle of His. Okay, okay, so I think you are seeing ki we are covering medicine, physiology, and whatever questions asked in the exam also. Okay, so we are doing almost each and every possible investigation and showing the images. This image I have shown. If you want, I can show you the image which is there in the original also. Okay, so I hope everything is clear. Okay, fine. So I'll just try to find, if possible, I'll show you also His bundle electrogram. Yes, this is the His bundle electrogram. Can you see AHV? So this is the His bundle electrogram. If you want to see the actual picture which is shown in the exam, okay, this is the case. Okay, I made a simplified one. So AHV, AHV, AHV. Are you clear? So AHV. Okay, fine. So let's come back. So next we see is the speed of conduction. So we see the speed of conductions. Okay, so what are the speed with which the fibers conduct? Okay, again you don't need to remember anything, just remember the highlighted. This is 0.5 meter per second. This is AV is 0.05 meter per second. Please remember this speed. It is asked in the exam. Okay, rest you can ignore. It is 1 meter per second. It's just doubling up, 1 to 2 meter per second and 4 meter per second. So please copy them, they are important, that's why I'm saying. So who is the slowest and fastest? So slowest and fastest. Speed. Okay, okay. Himanshu, if it is in my control, I would have made sure that we are having almost everything without any cost, but you understand my compulsion. Okay, clear? I can't ask any teacher to come in the group. We keep requesting teacher and they take free session whenever they are willing to take, or the institutes provide us their free classes because they think it will give them a chance to, yes, get maybe marketing, maybe some kind of publicity. Okay, so we don't mind, because if they are giving free content, we are always there to help them get a audience for this. Okay, why? Because I believe ki good things always are for free. The air is for free, clear? The oxygen is for free, the sunlight is for free, mother's love is for free. So that's why most good things are free. But yes, we do have to pay for something, so I cannot ask each and everything to be free. I am working my level best to ask teachers to take free session, free revision, and if they are giving, very good. Otherwise I am taking free at my own, you can say, leisure time. Okay, so if you want anything I will try, but I cannot guarantee anything. Okay, fine. Okay, so ventricles will depolarize. So who's the fastest and who's the slowest? This is a very important question. Okay, so fastest speed, what is the fastest speed? Okay, but I will try. Okay, I will try to get as many sessions as possible. Clear? But it should not be the case those who are paying, they say सब फ्री में तो मिल रहा था, फिर हम क्यों पे कर रहे हैं? Okay, so then it will become a problem for the institute also. Okay, so that's why nothing can be provided completely free. Okay, so Purkinje's fastest speed, it is fastest speed. Are you clear? So fastest speed is what? Purkinje fiber. Okay, now they ask this question, why it is fastest? So remember, it is fastest due to maximum gap junctions. So very commonly asked question, it has maximum gap junction. What are gap junction? They are electrical connections, they are small electrical connection. Okay, so अभी इसको छोड़ दो, सिर्फ याद कर लो gap junctions. Okay, clear? Sunil bhai, we will do everything. Okay, clear? So I'll give a basic version of my vision in the group very soon. Okay, my vision is very simple. I want that student should get maximum benefit and they should not have to pay to get their doubt solved and solve question, ask their doubt to faculty, and faculty should be able to directly interact with the students rather than what, going here and there. And see, you keep mailing and calling the teacher, they don't get reply. But if they see there are thousands of students in one place, obviously they will be obliged to help us. So that is why we are wanting students and teachers should, yes, have support of each other and they help. Okay, and wherever this involvement of what, any money price, yes, it should be economical. It should not be so much that people feel that they are being cheated. Okay, chalo. So what is the slowest speed? The slowest speed, what is the slowest speed? Slowest speed is AV. Reason, it has few gap junctions. Again, this was a question PG exam. So what do you remember? Just remember two things, these two. Okay, so the two things we remember, yes, the AV and Purkinje, AV and Purkinje, AV and Purkinje. Okay, so now write the clinical implications. Okay, so right here, AV node is slowest speed. Okay, so AV node is slowest. Okay, is slowest in speed, and that is why it delay the impulse going to ventricles. So it delay impulses going to what? Going to, so it delay impulses going to ventricles. Okay, clear? Called as AV delay. How much is? Around 0.1 second. Now, it is useful or useless? This AV delay is a useful or useless thing? It is one of the most important things which prevent, yes, genesis of ventricular tachycardia. Okay, so if there is no AV delay, the ventricles will contract one abnormally and very fast and can cause a pathology called as ventricular tachycardia. So that is why in what? In SVT, that is supraventricular, that is coming from above the ventricle, that is mainly from the atrial area. You never try to block the AV node. If you block the AV node, the impulses will immediately rush to the ventricles and cause a ventricular tachycardia, and ventricular tachycardias are very dangerous. They can make heart to beat abnormally, which can cause death, and then we have to do immediate correction. Okay, so that is why what is very important, AV node is very, very important. So what are the benefit? One is, first, it prevent ventricular tachyarrhythmia, so it will prevent VT. Prevent VT. What is VT? Ventricular tachycardia. By slowing the impulse. So prevent VT, ventricular tachycardia. Number two, okay, allow proper filling of ventricles. Ventricles by atria. Okay, so what are the two benefits of AV delay? One is it prevent ventricular tachycardias, okay, ventricular tachycardia, and second, it allow proper filling of the atria. How? See, atria are contracting to fill the ventricles. You can see this. So ventricles, atria. So atria fill ventricles. So atria fill ventricle. Now, if atria contract to fill ventricle, at that time the ventricle should remain relaxed. Otherwise, if atria and ventricle both contract same time, here atria say, "Hey ventricle, lay blood, take blood," and ventricle say, "Hey, you take your blood back, yelle," and they vomit the blood out. So if ventricle contract same time, they will rather push the blood back to the atria. They will vomit, regurgitate. That is a pathological condition. Regurgitation is a pathological condition. So do you want regurgitation? No, 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 no. You only want one directional flow. That is, blood should go from atria to ventricle, not from ventricle to atria. So that is why when atria contract, the ventricle should not contract. They should remain relaxed. So that is why what happens when atria contract, atria contract, the current is delayed by AV node. So ventricles are not contracting. Ventricles remain relaxed as AV node delay impulse current reaching them. Delay impulse from reaching ventricles. So are you clear? From reaching ventricles. Okay, so when atria contract, the ventricles remain relaxed, and as AV node delay impulse from reaching ventricles. Okay, clear? Okay, so therefore what happens, atria are able to fill ventricles properly. Are you clear now? If there was no delay, immediately atria contract, ventricle contract, and once ventricle contract, they will push blood back to the atria. So what is a very, very important concept? Yes, it is ventricular contraction is always occurring after the atrias have contracted. Are you clear now? So atria contraction, then ventricular contraction. Thanks to what? Thanks to the, yes, thanks to the AV delay. Okay, but that also create a problem. What is the problem? AV node is so slow that traffic jam occur there. So write down, due to slow conduction. So due to slow conduction, AV node is most common site of AV node is most common site of conduction block. This is not the Purkinje, not the bundle branch, it is the AV. Okay, what do they call as? AV block. Called as the AV block. So what are they called as? AV block. They are called as the AV block. And what is the hallmark of AV block? Hallmark is increased PR interval. Increased PR interval. So I hope it's clear now. So what is the hallmark? It is an increased PR interval. How much? More than 0.2 second. Okay. So what is the increment? It is more than 0.2. So if PR interval become more than 0.2 second, it is called as what thing? It is called as the which phenomena? It is called as the, yes, it is called as the AV block. Okay. So again, it is discussed very well in ECG lecture with all the types of block, Wanke back, the Mobbitts, okay, then what, third degree complete block, bundle branch block. So all are covered very well there. So I'll not be discussing them now. Okay. Yes, we will discuss again later for class, but not now. Okay. Now we see the cardiac cycle. Okay. So we are seeing what thing now? Cardiac cycle. duration 0.8 second, 0.8 second duration. So what is the duration? 0.8 second. Okay, yes, 0.2. Remember it's 0.2, and remember sometimes they ask tricky question, so it is what? 0.2 seconds. So don't ever forget that it is this. Okay, so number of boxes are 5 boxes. Okay, clear? Now what is the duration? It is 0.8 second. Okay, so what is cardiac cycle? Events occurring in one heartbeat. So events occurring in one heartbeat, what is it called as? It is called as cardiac cycle. Okay, so what are the events? There are 2 events, systole and diastole. Systole and diastole. Okay, so the 2 events are systole and diastole. Are you clear? So systole and diastole. Systole is basically contraction, and diastole is basically contract and pump blood. Diastole is basically relax and fill blood. So that's why there are 2 kind of very common problems or failures in the heart. So what are the 2 problem or failures in heart? 2 problem. One is systolic dysfunction, where the heart is unable to pump the blood. Okay, and is most commonly caused shock. Okay, where the heart is unable to pump the blood. And other are diastolic failure, in which the heart is unable to what? Fill properly with the blood. So what are the 2 kind of problem? There is diastolic dysfunction of failure or systolic. Diastolic is what? You're not getting enough blood, you're not filling properly, so how can you pump? And other is you are unable to contract properly. Are you clear? So that's why it's like that. You study is filling your brain with knowledge, and then you are giving the exam, you are giving output of the knowledge. So if a student is having problem in the exam, clearing the exam, there could be 2 reasons. One is he is not relaxing and filling the brain properly with the knowledge, that is a diastolic dysfunction. Or second is he is not able to do the question, solve the question, his own output is less. So he study very much in proper manner, lots of studies, but is not able to get proper output. So systolic dysfunction, diastolic dysfunction. Okay, now what is the duration of systole and diastole? Let's see. This is atria and this is ventricle. So atria and ventricle. Okay, so we'll start. So first, atria is 0.1 second, this is 0.7 second. Are you clear? Now ventricles is 0.3 second and this is 0.5 second. Clear? So these are some of the important features. Okay, so 0.1 second, 0.7 second, 0.3, 0.5. Okay, so first is whether total is always 0.8 second. So 0.8 is the normal duration. So what is the normal duration? 0.8 is normal duration of cycle. Out of that, 0.1 is atria, 7 is diastole in atria, 0.3 systole in ventricle. So ventricles take more time. Why? Because they have to pump blood to entire body. So what do atria do? So atria simply contract to fill ventricles. That is their sole purpose. And ventricles basically pump to entire body. Very simple. So that is why they take more time. Okay, they take more time. So atria contract immediately and then ventricle take 0.3. And one more thing, do they contract at same time? No, never. They never contract except pathology. So atria and ventricles are never in systole at same time. So they are never in systole at same time due to AV delay. So what is the reason? It is because of the AV delay. Okay, clear? Fine. Okay. So AV delay. Now very important topic I will come, and I want you to pay attention so that we are able to understand this perfectly fine. Okay, that is relation between heart rate and duration of cardiac cycle. So please understand, 60 by heart rate is equal to duration of cycle. Okay, so 60 by heart rate is equal to what? Duration of the cycle. Okay, so let's start the discussion. Let's say heart rate is 60 per minute. So what becomes the duration? 60 by 61, so it is 60 seconds. So it becomes 1 second. Easy. But if the heart rate is 72 per minute, which we take as normal, it becomes 0.8 second. Okay, if you take 100 per minute, it becomes 0.6 second. So that is what I am actually saying. As the heart rate increase, the duration will decrease because it will take, yes, less time. So increase heart rate, decrease duration. Okay, so increase heart rate, decrease duration. Increase heart rate, decrease in the duration is a very common association and reasoning. So as heart rate rise, duration keep falling. Okay, now is it having some clinical significance or just a useless fact? No, it has a very important clinical significance. So I am telling, pay attention, learn it now. Okay, so let's see effects of increase heart rate. One is it cause decrease duration of diastole and reduced filling. So that's why one effect is what? If you increase the heart rate too much, the diastole shrink. Why? Because as the cycle shorten, you will get less time for doing diastole and systole. So that's why it causes reduced filling. So that's why it becomes poor factor at a higher rate. So that's why initially when you increase, it's good. But if you, like example, a person study, I'll give example, a person study, let's say 8 hours and sleep for 16 hours. But as he starts studying 16 and sleep 8 hours or 2 hours, as he starts sleeping less, his brain will not make good memory. So that is why too much reduction in diastole is bad. So that is one problem. Number two, if heart rate increase, the work done of the heart increases. So increase work done. Increase work done. Why? Every contraction is requiring ATP. If the heart rate increase, the work done increase. So that is why work done will increase due to more contraction, due to more number of contractions. It's a very important point. And what is the clinical significance? That is why what happens, it increases oxygen demand. Okay, and remember, heart rate is most important factor. If they ask in the exam, so what is the most important factor which decides our O2 demand of the myocardium? It is heart rate. It is which factor? Heart rate is the most important factor for the myocardial oxygen consumption. Are you clear? Myocardial oxygen consumption. Okay, so I hope it's clear. So is it clear to you? Okay, so that is the funda we will see or we will have. Okay, so let's start next. Okay, now what is the clinical significance? So let me explain using a very simple example. Okay, a poor person and a rich person, okay, they both are eating the food. Although rich person might eat a special thali, maybe eating Italian pizza or maybe some French food, etc., okay, or drinking that French water, Avian, okay. But point is, when a crisis comes, like coronavirus crisis, who is going to be affected very badly, a rich person or a poor person? The answer is poor person. A rich person will use already earned money to maintain the lifestyle, okay, so he will reduce. Rather than going in Mercedes, he might start going in a Toyota, okay, but he will still have some car. But a poor person will have now difficulty even feeding his family. So same way, when a crisis come, it always affect the poor, not the rich. And what I'm trying to say is, there's something called as coronary artery disease, CAD, coronary artery disease. If the artery get narrow, that area of the heart, myocardium or endocardium, receive less blood, okay, so it is poor perfusion, okay. So when there is an increased heart rate, demand increase, and what I taught you, a area with good blood supply will sustain. Rich blood supply, no problem, I will manage. But a area with poor blood supply is going to suffer like a poor person. So when there is a crisis, poor person cannot afford the price for this crisis. So without 2-3 months of job, he will die. He will not be able to send kids to the school or arrange whatever food, etc., or treatment. So that is why they suffer the most when there is economical crisis. That's why farmers commit suicide whenever there is problem. Let's say there is floods, there is any kind of famine. So same thing apply in heart also. A poorly perfused area suffer the most in case of high demand. So that is why what happens, increase heart rate, okay, will precipitate ischemia, okay, will precipitate ischemia, okay, if there is poor perfusion due to CAD. What is CAD? Coronary artery disease, okay. So increased heart rate will precipitate ischemia or ischemia, as some people say. So ischemia or ischemia, whatever you can say, okay. So ischemia if there is poor perfusion, that is blood flow. What does perfusion means? Blood flow. If there is coronary artery disease, clear? And most common artery involved is, remember, LAD-CAD. So there are two coronary, okay, anatomy, right and left, okay. So right is supplying basically right ventricle and some part of the interventricular septum. It's mainly the left which has two branches, left anterior descending, which is also called as widow's artery, okay. It's the most commonly involved. Remember, LAD-CAD. So the most common artery, so most common vessel is LAD. So remember LAD-CAD, हम तो ऐसे याद करते हैं LAD-CAD, okay. So लाड प्यार में बिगड़ गया बच्चा हमारा, बर्बाद हो गया, LAD-CAD, okay. So LAD-CAD, what is LAD? It is left anterior descending. So it supply what? IV septum and almost 40% of the left ventricle. So very important. So left anterior descending, LAD, okay, is also called as widow's artery. Why widow's artery? अरे ऑब्वियसली क्या होगा, और हमारे केस में क्या है, वी कैन कॉल इट एज व्हाट, ओके. सो विडोज आर्टरी, ओके, क्लियर. सो व्हाट इज विडोज आर्टरी? दिस आर्टरी इज मोस्ट कॉमनली इन्वॉल्व इन दिस. सो अ पर्सन हु इज डाइंग ऑफ दिस coronary disease in the form of myocardial infarction, what will be the artery which is very commonly involved in this case? So answer is, it will be involved in which case? So obviously it will be involved in which case? It is the LAD. So the husband will die and the wife will become a widow. So which artery make a married woman widow? Answer is LAD. So also called as the LAD and CAD. Are you clear now? So LAD and CAD is the funda, okay. So artery will block first or become narrow first. Are you getting the idea? So it will, let's say the artery, this is the artery. So this artery will get narrow. What is the most common cause? Atherosclerosis. The artery is getting a plaque, okay. So this will narrow the artery and once it become completely blocked, there will be no blood, and that causes the death called as the ischemia. Are you clear now? So it causes the ischemia. Okay, fine. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Okay, fine. Now very important thing is, okay, and in case of the this ischemia, what can happen? It can cause what? The pain. It can cause the pain called as angina pectoris. Okay, where the patient will have a clenched fist over the chest called as the Levine sign. So patient will have the Levine sign. Are you clear now? So patient will have a Levine sign. Okay, angina pectoris. Okay, clear? And how do you know it is angina or MI? The answer just pain is angina. Okay, pain is angina. Okay, then what we do is we basically check ECG and cardiac biomarkers. Okay, for what diagnosis? For diagnosis of MI, of myocardial infarction. Are you clear? I've taught them very well. I've taught them very well in the topic of what? ECG and MI. You can see the ECG changes. The first is tall T wave, then there is what? ST elevation, also pathological Q wave, T wave inversion, they revert back to normal. All were discussed very well in that topic. Okay, and there are types, like there are three things in case of angina pectoris. It could either be MI or it could be MI. Which two type of MI? ST elevation, non-ST elevation, or it could be just acute coronary syndrome, which is because of unstable angina. So all these are discussed there. One more thing is, in cardiac biomarker, something very, the most sensitive is troponin I. Troponin I, it is most sensitive. Earliest to rise but is useless is myoglobin. So earliest to rise is myoglobin. Okay, myoglobin. Okay, and the one which rise not but the last. Okay, and longest lasting is LDH. So LDH can last more than 14 days. Okay, so it can up to 14 days. Okay, so I've discussed this all already. Okay, all the duration timing. Okay, now what the interesting thing is, okay, which one? LDH. So remember, normally it is LDH1 more than LDH2. In MI there is a flip. What occurs? Flip occurs. Why? Because LDH2 is primarily coming from where? From the cardiac this. Okay, so what happens? There is a flip, and now there is LDH2 more than LDH1. Are you clear? So 2 is now what? Less. Okay, clear? Okay, no, just made a mistake. Normally 2 is more than 1, and now there is 1 more than the 2 in MI. Okay, so flip occur. So normally 2 is more than the 1. So one heart. So heart is 1, and there are 2 hands. So muscles. So skeletal muscle are the one giving the LDH2. So in case there is MI, 1 is more. Okay, so what is more? 1 is much more. Are you clear now? Okay, so 1 is much more. Okay, LDH5 is for muscle dystrophies. Is for muscle dystrophy, skeletal muscle dystrophies. Okay, so how to remember this? So always remember what is the one who is going to increase primarily in the heart. So it is basically LDH1 which will be increase in this case. Are you clear? So LDH1 is the main. Okay, so both will rise, but one will be now more than 2. Okay, so was this question also there in the exam? LDH question, clear? So was it there or not? Yes. So again it is 31st August exam question. So I think you people now trust me कि I am doing all the possible questions, and we have discussed them already in class in details during the revision classes. Okay, yes. Okay, so LDH1 will increase in MI. Okay, 2 also increase, but what is the case now? It is 1 which become the main marker of this. So LDH1 I can write. Okay, 2 will also increase, but it is now 1 which is the main marker. So normally what is more? Normally LDH2 is more, and now this, and what is the LDH5 for? LDH5 is for muscular dystrophies. Okay, chalo. Okay, so if you attend all the classes, not just physio but other subjects, okay, because other teachers are also working hard, like Azam sir is also working hard, Ankur sir plus Patho, all the teachers, we are working hard to make sure that our teaching is integrated and having the possible questions and also the past question answer in the class notes itself, so they don't have to worry, sir कौन सी किताब पढ़े, इतनी बार पूछा आप लोगों ने, how can I give a name? There is not a single book in market which contain all the questions which were asked in the August exam. Some will contain 5-10 factual question, I agree, 5-10-20% you will find in any book, but point is where will you get this total image based clinical scenario question? So that's why we're working at our own level by teaching them in class how to solve. So are you clear? So that is the idea. Now, okay, so one more thing is, so therefore if you are suspecting what, any kind of coronary artery disease, we can use a screening test. Okay, so therefore what is the screening test for coronary artery disease? Okay, fine. So what is the screening test? Okay, so I will just give a very simple example for you to remember so that you don't ever forget. Okay, there is something called as the ST segment. Okay, if there is death, that is MI, there is a elevation, ST is elevated. Okay, and if there is just ischemia, not all ischemia, if there is ischemia, there is less blood, there is a ST depression. So ischemia is primarily depression and elevation, okay, would be the case. Okay, clear? So I think yes, it will be clinical, but again NEET exam is the priority, so they will not do the complete change. NEET exam still is having the older guidelines. Okay, so I cannot give exact detail, ask me after class. Okay, so death is MI. So कैसे याद करना है इसे? देखो, ischemia means what? There is still death not occurring, there is less blood but no death, and once the less blood supply continue, death occur. So what appear first? Ischemia, then death, ischemia, death. So the sequence what? Artery block, artery narrow, ischemia, then necrosis, that is death. So that means you will see ST depression first or ST elevation first. So obviously you will see depression first. Okay, you will see depression first and then elevation. Okay, so how to remember? Use my technique. Okay, so what is ischemia means? Less blood flow. And when is the death occurring? No blood flow. So कैसे याद करेंगे? Very easy, my technique. Okay, when you are not getting, let's say a person is having less income, he is not getting income, money, food, so he would be depressed. So okay, so he is depressed. Are you clear? So he is depressed, पैसे नहीं है ना, कुछ भी नहीं है ना, I don't have any books, I cannot read, so this person is depressed. Are you clear? So this person is depressed. Okay, and then what happened? One day, because of lack of money, food, etc., he is dead, and as he is dead, he goes up. तो याद करना, मर गया तो ऊपर गया, और अगर डिप्रेस है तो नीचे. तो दैट मीन्स इस्कीमिया में नीचे जाएगा ST और MI में ऊपर, तो ऊपर चला गया ना, लिफ्टेड अप, अप मतलब चला गया ऊपर. सो दैट मीन्स डेथ ST goes up, depression goes down. So what is depression? Down. And what is death? गए, चले गए. तो याद रहेगा. So elevation is a mark of MI primarily and depression is ischemia. Depression is ischemia. Easy हो गया? Okay. So let me just show how. See. This is the ST segment. Okay. So what are the two versions? Either it goes down like this. So this is depression, or it can go up like this. This is elevation. Okay, this one, this is elevation. So either it can go down or it can go up. So if depression, it is yes ischemia. If death, it goes up. तो मर गया तो ऊपर गया, और अगर नहीं है blood, ischemia है तो नीचे. So that is why what is the screening test we use for CAD? It is basically something called as the stress test. Okay, so it is called as the stress test. So what do we use? Stress test. Okay, so what we use stress test. Okay, and how do you do the stress test? Either we do a drug stress test with drugs. Okay, which drug? Dobutamine. Or we can use exercise, that is TMT. Okay, TMT, that is treadmill test. Okay, so what are the two techniques? The stress test is done either with the drug, that is dobutamine, or we can use the TMT, treadmill test. Okay, now what is the mechanism or technique? It's very simple, that when a person is walking on treadmill, or what happens, they increase heart rate. Easy. So when you give dobutamine, it's a beta 1 agonist, and you know beta 1 cause what? Tachycardia, increase. When you do treadmill exercise, there is what? Increase sympathetic, and increase sympathetic, again beta 1 cause what? Increase heart rate. So that is why if a person can walk, you do treadmill test. If a person cannot walk because of some problem, he's bedridden, what do? You give dobutamine. This is a drug stress test, and there is a treadmill stress test. Okay, so how do you test the coronary artery disease? Answer is stress test. Answer is stress test. What are the two stress tests we have? Drug induced, dobutamine, or if you are able to walk, exercise, then we do treadmill test. Okay, what are the principle? When you increase this, the heart rate increase. That is why emotion, anxiety, fear, anger, even intercourse, sex can cause increased heart rate. And now increased heart rate cause what? It will increase oxygen demand. Okay, and if there is ischemia, there would be what? There would be ST depression. There would be ST depression. Okay, how much? More than 1 millimeter for more than 80 millisecond. So the criteria, ST depression of 1 mm for more than 80 millisecond, that is 0.08 second. 0.08 second. Are you clear? So 80 millisecond is 0.08. Okay, clear? So this is yes, this confirm the test. So this is positive finding. This is positive test. So what is the principle? Ask the person to do exercise. If he is exercising on the treadmill, what happens? The heart rate will increase, and as the heart rate increase, what is happening? There is a ischemia, and this ischemia, like let's say I am running, my heart is normal supply, so I will not have the ischemia and I will not have the ST depression. So if there is no ST depression, he is normal. If depression, positive test indicating that there is a CAD present. So the next step then, once there is a CAD, next step is we will do angiography. By injecting a dye, what does the angiography do? It will give you which artery is blocked, how much is the block. So it will show the vessel block, triple vessel, single vessel, the vessel block, the amount of block, the extent of block, etc. So that is why angiography is yes done, and then we can decide what to do. Preferred is we can always do angioplasty. Okay, what is the triple vessel disease, etc. We can do CABG, and then we can do either PTCA, that is percutaneous what? Percutaneous angioplasty, or we can do CABG, that is bypass. Clear? So in notes everything is discussed, when to do PTCA, okay, or when to do what? This bypass, okay, this is angioplasty, this is bypass. For bypass we take which vein, which vessel? For bypass we take which one? Okay, not one cycle Sukanta, it is continuously depressed, okay, till the exercise is done, okay, fine, okay. So let me just show you one picture showing this what, angiography blockade. Okay, so just see, so we can see, okay, so just look at this, okay. Okay, so you can see all three vessels, okay, so showing all three vessels, LAD, circumflex and the right coronary artery, okay. I don't know it's working or not properly, okay. So do one thing, so first is, okay, so when you inject the dye, we can easily see all three vessels, okay, and let's see, this is, let's say, the artery, see, you can see the block here, so we'll try to see, okay. Vein is great stiffness, otherwise we use what, lateral internal mammillary artery, okay, that is Lima. So Lima is the main artery used for this particular purpose, okay, Lima, okay, Lima we use, okay. So I think it's clear, it shows all three vessels, this one, where is the diagram, yes, so you can see all the vessel, if there is any blockade, see, this shows the normal anatomy, this is the right coronary artery, this is the left give two branches, LAD or circumflex. So if there's any blockade, you can easily check where the blockade is. Are you clear now? So it can show the blockade of the vessels, okay. So this diagram, you can see the three vessels, okay, this is the, which one, the right LAD and this is circumflex. Are you clear? And this shows the blockade, can you see? So this is the blockade point, okay, can you see the blockade? Okay, so it's very narrow area here and the flow is reduced, and we need to do, yes, either stenting with angioplasty. So I think that is more than sufficient, okay. So in case they give this, you should not be having, so just say LAD block, okay. So look at this, can you see it's very narrow? So circumflex and this is the LAD, you can see it's very narrow, it is almost obliterated, this is narrow, stenosis, okay, clear? So that shows a blockade is occurring here, okay. So you can see any images and you are smart enough to understand whether they are normal or they are pathological in this case. I hope it's clear, okay, fine. So many are there, okay, you can see all these, the vessels are showing a, I'm just seeing a good image quality. See here also again, can you see here? I don't know why they are so slow, okay, let me just stop then, okay. So in the exam MCQs will do the angiography questions, so we'll do MCQs, okay, clear? So remaining information about the MI changes, it is here, so you can see all, okay. So these are the evolution of MI which I discussed, lateral lead inferior, the ST is called as Pardee sign, okay. So all these were already discussed, okay, you can see. So these are three vessels, LAD, this is the, this and this is the circumflex, okay. Then they are the MI changes, you can see, okay, clear? So let's come back, okay. So is it clear to all of you? So first is, how do you people make a diagnosis of the problem? The answer is, patient come with pain, he come with chest pain, okay, with increased what, increased sympathetic, sweating, restlessness, pain is radiating to the arm and shoulder, all are features of angina. Then what you do stress test, we do stress test, okay. How you do? Either we give the drug, which drug, dobutamine, or we use the treadmill test, TMT. What is TMT? Treadmill test. We ask the person to run on the treadmill, you might have seen, with ECG leads attached. If you see in the ECG ST depression of more than 1 mm for more than 80 milliseconds, that confirm there is a positive finding, and then what you do? Angiography, okay, clear? Angiography, some place it can be 1.5 or 2 also, okay, but that depend on person to person. I'm not going to go, this is called as Duke's scoring, okay. So I don't want to go in much details of this thing because that is not required. You just need to know patient with chest pain, you record ECG, and then if you are suspecting the CAD, you order the treadmill. So what is the diagnostic test? Screening test is stress test. What is the diagnostic? Angiography is diagnostic. Angiography is diagnostic. So diagnostic test is angiography, okay, and treatment is PTCA or CABG. Okay, I've given the full guidelines in this case. Okay, fine. So everything is clear. Now we will see the phases of cardiac cycle. Okay, but before that, let me give a brief anatomy of the heart before cardiac cycle. Okay, so first is make a diagram I am making and try to understand what I am trying to accomplish here. Okay, so first is make diagram like me. Okay, so please make it, then I'll explain what I'm trying to do. I know it doesn't look anatomically the right version of heart, but please sometimes you have to make compromises. Okay, they look like some Chinese twins, conjoined twins. Okay, so make this diagram please, then I'll show you my artistic abilities. Okay, so first is, let me, have you copied this? Then I'll explain. Okay, so this is basically our right atria. This is left atria. This is right ventricle. This is left ventricle. Okay. Now, why I am making like this? The answer is simple. This is pulmonary artery. This is aorta. This is aorta. Okay. This is aorta. So what are the changes and what are the things we are seeing in this case? Okay, so first is understand. Okay, what are these blue color things I am drawing? They are basically superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. So superior and inferior vena cava. Okay, so let's start. So first step is deoxy blood from body. Okay, clear? Reach right atria by SVC, IVC. So what is occurring? They are giving deoxy blood. Okay, so they are giving the deoxy blood. Then right atria in systole contract and it will fill the right ventricle. It will fill the right ventricle. Are you clear? Okay, right ventricle. Then the right ventricle will pump this blood to the pulmonary artery. So right ventricle will pump in systole to pulmonary artery. Are you clear? Now pulmonary artery will take the deoxy blood. So it will supply deoxy blood to the lungs. Okay, so it will give deoxy blood to lungs. Are you clear? So deoxy blood reaches the lungs. Are you clear? Now the lungs will return oxygenated blood to the pulmonary vein, and pulmonary veins drain into what? Into the left atria. Okay, this is the what step? This is the step next. Okay, now what happens? This is the lungs. Okay, so lungs give oxy blood to the pulmonary vein via pulmonary veins to left atria. Okay, so now this is the deoxy blood which is going to lungs and oxy blood is coming. Okay, now again the left atria will fill, and again what happens? It will fill and the left ventricle will again pump this blood to the aorta, and aorta will then give oxy blood to body systems, body organ systems, okay, so it will give to body. This is called as systemic circulation. And this is called as pulmonary circulation. This is. Are you clear? So they are two different kind of circulation, pulmonary and systemic. So first question is, what is the whole story? So we start with what? We start with, let's say, the right atria. So deoxy blood is going to right atria give to right ventricle pump to the lungs. Lungs will then give oxy blood to the left. Okay, so imagine lungs are above the heart and giving oxygen to the left. The left will give to left will give to the left ventricle give to aorta give to body, and body will again give back to what? To the this. Okay, now you will ask me, sir, but we know that the aorta and pulmonary artery, they are not below the ventricles, they're rather pointing up. The reason is simple. Just understand, okay? The reason is like this, okay? The pulmonary artery is obviously going to go up to supply the lungs. So it will go up and supply the right and left lungs. So it is going to lungs. Are you clear? So technically the pulmonary artery is pointing upward, okay? And the aorta is also here. It is also pointing in what direction? Upward direction. This is aorta. Are you now clear? So aorta is pointing upward and it gives three main branches, and then the aorta goes down. Are you clear? So that is how the aorta is looking. So therefore this diagram is not an anatomical diagram which I made. It is a functional diagram which makes the pulmonary artery downward and aorta downward to show the flow. Otherwise, anatomically in the heart is like this only. Are you clear? Heart is like this, okay? It is not having any opening like this. The opening is here and here, okay? So that is why mitral valve is technically, yes, placed there, and the aortic valve is placed at the aorta, okay? So that is what the anatomical heart looks like, okay? But I don't need this. Why? Because we need to understand the function, not the anatomy part, okay? So I'll just make this diagram more than sufficient, okay? Now last thing, should the blood go from atria to ventricle? Yes. But should the blood go from ventricle to atria? No, no, no. So that is why we need to prevent the regurgitation by putting valves. So there are valves between atria ventricle called as the atrioventricular valve. So let me show. So they are the atrioventricular valve. Okay, so these are AV valves. AV, mitral valve, and this is the AV tricuspid valve. Okay, AV tricuspid valve. Okay, AV tricuspid. Okay, and second is to prevent the regurgitation from aorta into ventricles. We are again having the valves, and these valves are placed here. These are called as the semilunar valves. So these are the semi. So aortic semilunar valve, and this is pulmonary semilunar valve. So pulmonary semilunar valve. Clear? So the total valve, 4 valves are there. 4 valves are there. AV tricuspid, AV mitral, then pulmonary semilunar and aortic semilunar valve. Okay. Now in case there is any valve defect, we can replace it and we can put a prosthetic valve, that is artificial valve, and obviously it would be not made of organic material. So that's why these valves appear what? Radio opaque, that is they appear whitish in X-ray. So that's why they gave a picture of mitral valve prosthetic this in the exam. So this picture again I will just show. Okay, Okay. So you can see this. Okay. So they gave this picture in which you can see this ring. Can you see this ring? This ring is the location of what? See, obviously it is on which side? It is on the left side. So it cannot be the tricuspid. Second, you know that the aortic and the pulmonary valves are slightly higher up. So it's which thing? This is a prosthetic mitral valve. Are you clear? So this is which one? So this is a prosthetic mitral valve. Okay, clear? Fine. Okay, clear? And also pacemaker. They are inserting a temporary pacemaker. What are these wires? They are a pacemaker wire. They give current to the ventricle and make it beat. So there is also a artificial pacemaker inserted. This is the prosthetic valve and this. Okay, clear? So let me just make a better diagram. Okay, clear? So in case they give this diagram, this is showing the location of all the valves. Okay. Okay. So let's see. This is. So we are seeing the location of all the valves. Yes, this is the location. Okay. So please have a look. Okay. So this image show all the valves. Okay, so let's see this. So this image show all the valves. This is the mitral valve. This is the tricuspid. Okay, then you know aorta and this crosses. So that's why pulmonary valve is on the left and the aorta is on slightly right. So this is the second intercostal space you can auscultate. So fifth intercostal for mitral, second for this. Okay, this is the pulmonary valve and this is the aortic valve. Clear? So these are the valves. Okay, clear? And this is the view which is from the other side. So here the again mitral, tricuspid, pulmonary. Okay, clear? So these are the views for the X-ray of the valves. Okay, so this is which valve? Mitral valve. So you'll see a ring here, that is mitral valve prosthesis. Okay, clear? So again this question was there in the exam, mitral valve MCQ. 31st August. Okay, so this question was again given in the exam. Okay, clear? Okay, so I think we have done all important questions side by side. Like in respiration we discussed the question and now we're discussing the cardio question. I've discussed almost 4 MCQs till now. Okay, so LDH question we discussed mitral valve. We also discussed which question? The question about which one? Yes, the His bundle electrogram. Okay, also MI question. Okay, so we will take the break now. Okay, take 35 minutes because there's no point. We'll start at 2:30. Okay, so I hope you are liking these sessions with integration of clinical findings. Okay, we are showing echo, we are showing angiography. Okay, ECG. Okay, His bundle electrogram, whatever is needed. Okay, clear? So we're taking a break till 2:30. Okay, and you eat, take lunch and we will meet soon. Okay, clear? So we are taking a break. Okay.